This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
No Netflix and chill on this Valentine's Day for the Kentucky women. The 18th ranked Wildcats down in Nashville to take on Vanderbilt, a team with 4 straight losses. The Commodores have not won a game since they came to Lexington and knocked off then number 12 Kentucky just a few weeks ago. Second quarter's where we pick it up. Tie game at 14. Michaela Epps comes up with a steal. And does Michaela Epps things. Coast to coast and one. Free throw gives the Wildcats a 3-point lead. Michaela goes for 7 points. Later, Taylor Murray kicking it over to Janae Thompson. She goes 5 of 10 from the field for 15 points. Cats back up 9 at the break. Second half, third quarter, Epps over to Macy Morris. A lot of room. Good buckets. She only had 7 points, so that ends her 3-game double-figure scoring streak. But the Cats win their second in a row, 71-55 in Nash Vegas. Doug Sermons and John Calipari will not be exchanging Valentines this year. Cal got teed up 2.5 minutes into the game by Sermons. That lit a fire under his belt, causing Cal to go ballistic again, and he got called for another one just seconds later. And he got, of course, thrown out of the game after that. The 22nd ranked basketball Cats still won big despite having their head coach sitting in the locker room for almost the entire game. The 89 points in the win they put up is their highest total of the season. And assistant coach Kenny Payne thinks that shows the guys' passion for playing for the Big Blue Nation.
I like it because it says a lot about who we are. And some people, some fans may say, I don't like the way Kentucky handles some situations. The reality of it is this game is about fight. That team wanted to physically intimidate us. That team wanted to beat us up and show that they're superior to the way we play, and that we're soft. Well, we went out and fought for what we fought for, and we had success doing it.
All right, so Cal gets tossed, leaving Payne and John Robick in charge of coaching duties. But really, the players went to their floor coach, Tyler Ulis, who dropped a career-high 27 points and 12 assists in the win.
No, they made, they made, defensive calls, offensive calls in a stretch, but, for the most part, they just gave me the green light, like I said, to call my plays. And, they had us in double fists. Robes gave me some suggestions, and, it all worked out for the best.
Next up for Kentucky is a rematch with Tennessee. Just a couple weeks ago, the Wildcats went down to Knoxville, gave up a 21-point lead, and lost to the Vols. This one is inside Rupp Arena this coming Thursday night, February 18th, 7 p.m. tip time on ESPN. The LLoyd Eagles have an important game this coming Tuesday night at the Grady Nutt Athletic Center. The men will face off with Indiana University East, a game where if they win, they are the outright #1 seed in the KIAC tournament. Head coach J.R. Hammond pleased with the way his guys beat Wilberforce Saturday without several starters on the court.
Well, we're still riding on the fact of what we've done. We started out a couple weeks ago. We said this is the tournament before the tournament, and the guys are taking it one game at a time. So now they're looking at this next game, and it's the big game coming up. They know that if we take care of business, we're going to be #1. And I think they're prepared. We come into this game, we rested a couple players because it's a non-conference game, and let them. And I rested some in the first half too to try to give them some rest and get some of the younger players. And I thought some of my younger players like Jake Allen stepped up and hit some big shots at the end of the game. And it's good to see things like that.
LLoyd IU East this Tuesday night, February 16th, 7:30 tip time inside the Grady Nutt Athletic Center. We'll have this game live on this TV and WYMT.com. It's the Appalachian Wireless WYMT Game of the Week. Of course, the winner will get the #1 seed in the KIAC tournament. Coming up next.
Because the postseason, it's all about playing your best because they're only one game.
The regular season is almost over for Colt Chapman and the 4th-ranked UPike Bears. Here why the last 3 games are important. Welcome back. The UPike men's basketball team closes out the regular season with 3 straight road games. Head coach Kelly Wells and the Bears win on Senior Day Saturday and now finish out the schedule at Cumberland, and then at Lindsey Wilson. And then it's on to Frankfort, of course, for the Mid-South Conference Tournament. They haven't played their best, they admit, but at one point Saturday, head coach Kelly Wells benched all 5 of his senior starters because, well, they were playing flat.
Our last 4 games that we played, we really have kind of came out flat in almost all of them. And, we really haven't been showing our full potential. And I think that these last 3 games, especially going into the, to the Mid-South Conference Tournament and all that, postseason. You know, these are important because at the end of the day, it's not about, you know, how you get there. It's more or less like when you get there, are you playing to your full potential? Are you playing at your best? Because the postseason, it's all about playing your best because they're only one game. And I think these next three are momentum builders. You know, if we play well in these next three and keep advancing, then when we get to postseason, we'll be a lot better.
The Marshall Thundering Herd went into Ditto Arena and knocked off the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers in overtime Saturday. Second straight OT loss for the Tops, who are now in 10th place in Conference USA. Western is 12-13 on the year. Justin Johnson, though, still thinks the team will give others fits down the road.
I mean, yeah, we're going to stick together no matter what. These are my brothers in that locker room, and I'm going to fight for them every time we go out on the floor. But, I mean, on Monday, like Coach said, it starts back Monday. We got to go back into work Monday and start preparing. But I guarantee conference rolls around, no one's going to want to see us the first round because, I mean, we're going to be ready. We got to keep getting better in practice and everything, but it starts Monday, and we're going to be ready.
The Western Kentucky women at Marshall today, fourth quarter. Western's Taylor Brown back up and in off the offensive board. But the Herd, they have the answer. Leah Scott from downtown. Western Kentucky, though, too tough. Kendall Noble drives and scores. She had 22. Western wins 80-76. 65th NBA All-Star Game tonight in Toronto, and that means it's Kobe Bryant's last All-Star Game. The Black Mama's 18th All-Star appearance. He was the popular vote by fans. The crowd chanting Kobe, Kobe before the game. Let's start in the first quarter. Kyle Lowry to LeBron. LeBron James. Russell Westbrook now for the West, up to his teammate Kevin Durant. Mostly a dunk-a-thon, as usual, in the West versus East All-Star Game. Now it's Kobe backing down DeMar DeRozan. Turnaround Jay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes in. This ball just spins around the rim. He even gets a laugh out of that. All right, how about a former Kentucky Wildcat now? Chris Paul to Anthony Davis. Chris Paul to Anthony Davis. AD had 24 for the West. Here comes more from Russell Westbrook. Oh, he had 31 and wins MVP as the West wins the game 196. Repeat, 196 to 173. Vroom, vroom. Next Sunday, the guys who get paid to drive really fast around a piece of pavement will begin their season. NASCAR, as always, kicking off the year in Daytona. Daytona 500 qualifying today. Chase Elliott will have the pole. Elliott becomes the youngest driver to start first in the Daytona 500. He replaced four-time champion Jeff Gordon at Hendrick Motorsports this year. Elliott is the son of Hall of Fame driver and two-time Daytona 500 champion Bill Elliott. Matt Kenseth got the second position right there in the yellow car. The rest of the field will be set in Thursday's two qualifying races. Again, Chase Elliott, he's 20, and he's got the pole next Sunday in Daytona. That's sports. We'll be back after this.